Hi everyone, and welcome back to my channel. In this video, I'm going to show you how to use Microsoft Forms to create quizzes. Whether you're a teacher looking to create a quiz for your students or a business owner looking to test your employees' knowledge, Microsoft Forms has got you covered. So let's get started. We'll start off by going to forms.microsoft.com. And here you can either log in if you already have a login, or you can try it out for free. I'm going to log in with my login. And today, instead of creating a form that's more like a survey, we want to make a quiz that will let us choose correct answers and give feedback. So I'm going to select the new quiz option. And we find ourselves inside of the quiz. The first thing you might want to do is you might want to give your quiz a title. And you might want a description. Once we've done that, we can start adding questions. And when you click this Add New button, you'll find that Microsoft gives you a choice, a wide range of questions that you can use. We'll start off by creating a multiple choice question. And look, it is intuitive and it already knows what I may want to put, and I'm just going to say add all. Now, if I didn't want to do that, I could have come down here and I could have typed out what answers I wanted. Also, if I want to add more choices than this, I can add option and add another choice. And then what we need to do is we need to mark which one of these is correct. Yes, it is correct that you can add multiple choice questions on Microsoft quizzes, so we want to mark that one as the correct answer. Now, on the correct answer, we can put a message. What might be more important is we might want to put a comment on the incorrect answer. So if somebody chooses maybe, we know, well, they don't really know that you can or not. And we could say, so we can do something to describe and help them learn the next time why that answer was incorrect. We can assign it a number of points. Let's assign this question 10 points. If we have something that has multiple answers that are correct, we could mark this as multiple answers and let the students pick multiple answers, and then we would have to choose all of the answers that are correct. This one does not. And we can mark whether this question is required or not. We probably do want this question required. This option here is if you need to type math symbols in your answer, in your choices or in your questions or whatever, you can pick this option and it will let you add math symbols. If you don't know what that's about, then chances are you probably don't need it and you just need to leave that option unchecked. You can shuffle the options, and you'll notice it doesn't shuffle them right now, but what that does is each time somebody takes the quiz, the options get shuffled around. If you want to take up less real estate on the page, you can make it a drop-down menu so that they have to click the drop-down arrow to pick a choice. I think I like it the other way for now. And right now it has a subtitle. You can add a subtitle under your question. If you don't want it, you can just leave it off. Let's add another question, and let's choose a text question this time. If you've ever created a form, it's exactly the same as creating a form. And in this choice, the students would get to put their answer down here. If it's going to be a lot of text, you may want to change it to a long answer. But if it's a short answer, then you can put that here. We might want to get feedback. And it would look for that word feedback inside of their answer to see if they mention that. And in that way, it's probably better to keep these correct answers shorter, because that probably would make it more reliable as far as it picking out whether the answer is correct or not. Calculate a score. We can assign this one a number of points. We could change it to a different number of points. Maybe this one should be worth more since it's a text question. Let's try another one. We could do a rating. I'm not sure what you would use this really for on a quiz, because I'm not sure what somebody would be rating that it would be a correct answer or not. So I guess in this case, it would be more of a they completed it type question, but you can change this, how many ratings they get to choose from. You can change what the icon looks like that they're picking. And you can again change the number of points and whether the question is required or not. Let's try another question. I'm not sure what you would need. Well, you could, I guess, for a history question or something like that, you could ask the student to input a date. Again, you just type the question that you want here, and then when they start filling out the quiz, they'll be able to pick the date from a calendar. You can change the number of points. You can change whether it's required or not. And then on the drop-down area, you have a few more choices for questions. You can use a ranking question, and it says list the options in the correct order. So the options will appear in random order, and they will need to drag these around and make them in the correct order. And so in this case, the famous thing that I just typed here is the question no one knows the answer to. But in this case, I just typed it, and it would be testing the students. They would have to say the chicken and then the egg in this case. So be careful about these types of things. It's not an opinion in this case. It is checking for that correct answer. You can assign a number of points, and you can say whether it's required or not. Another question that we have here is we could upload a file. And of course, it's not going to be able to check whether that's correct or not. You're just going to have to get that file, and you would have to check that on your own, but it would let you upload a file. Another option here is called section. And what you can do with this is you can put different sections. Normally you wouldn't have it this way, but if this section was about math questions, and you would enter all your math questions under this section, and then I would make a new section that was reading questions, and I could enter all of my reading questions under this section. And what will happen is it will give those on separate pages when the student is taking this quiz. Now I'm actually finished creating the questions for my quiz. And it's a total of 110 points. We're seeing right here that we can add a timer to quizzes, and I'm going to just try it right now. And it puts a 30-minute timer, or I can change that timer here, set time duration. I can make it only be 5 minutes that you have to take this quiz, and then it'll move on. While we're here, actually, let me go to it a different way so you'll know how to get there. We can also change the style of this quiz. You can change the colors. You can add some background music. I'm not sure if that would be distracting or helpful. And you can change the theme. Any of these themes you could add to your quiz and make your quiz look like this theme. However, if you come down here and pick a color out of the colors, you'll find out that the themes will tend to be that color now. So if you want to limit it to certain colors, that would be a good idea, is to come down here and pick a color, and then you could pick a theme that fits with that color. Once you are finished, I'm going to come back to style. Once you're finished, if you want to add background music, you can do that. And I don't think you'll be able to hear it on this video, but it will start playing the background music. I can hear the music, and as long as this is spinning, the music is playing, but I can also turn it off and pause it so that I'm not having to listen to it. So you can do this under style. Then you have ways that you can collect responses. You click the button for collect responses. You can either set this up so that anyone can respond, but I can't do that because I included a file upload. And with file uploads, we can only use people in our organization. So I'd have to take out that question that has a file upload if I wanted to let anyone respond. That would let anybody take this quiz. I could just make it public. I can make it so that only people in my organization can respond. For a quiz, you're probably going to want it to record the name of the person, and you're probably going to only want to let it allow one response per person so that they can't take it over and over. Or you can fix it so that only specific people in your organization can respond. You have the same choices, but then you have to enter either the names or create a group and enter the group that is able to respond to this. Once you have decided how you want to allow people to respond, now you have to decide how you want to distribute this quiz. So if I click this first option, it gives me a link. I can click the button to copy link, and then I could go paste it into anything, into an email, into social media, wherever I wanted to put it. I can shorten it so that it's a shorter URL and copy that link, and they will be able to just click the link and come to the form. Or I can choose to send an invitation. In this case, it would have to be only people that are in my organization, and you would type in their name or the group name, and when you click send, it would be sent out as an invitation through Outlook. I can also choose to have a barcode. This might be a good idea if you're doing this for your class, because you could post the barcode up at the front of the room, and the students who have their own devices could then just scan the barcode and use that barcode to go to the quiz. You would download the barcode by clicking this download button, and then it would be an image which you could just print out or put on whatever. You could even still put that on a web page or whatever. And then the last option is to embed it. It's not really a big deal if you don't know what all of this text means in here, but what this does is it puts it inside of a web page so that you can actually see the form or the quiz inside of a web page. So if you have a web page of your own, you could click copy here and go paste this into whatever part of your web page allows you to embed code. And that would kind of be the phrase that you're looking for. Where can I embed code? And then you would put it there, and it would let them take the quiz from within your web page. Once you've picked how you want to do this, you just publish that link or however you decided to do it. For now, I'm going to copy that link again, because I'm going to actually go take the quiz by going to that link and show you what it looks like when I take the quiz. My music is paused, but I could turn it back on if I wanted to. So in that way, that's good, because the students or whoever's taking the quiz, they have a choice if they want to use the music or not use the music. And I'm going to click Start Now to start taking the quiz. It tells me that it is a timed form and I only have 5 minutes. Once I start, I can't pause the timer, but they will give me a final minute reminder before the time is up. But when the time is up, it's going to automatically submit my answers. Now remember, this was a choice. We didn't have to put the timer on. You could go back in and change that option and take the timer off. I'm going to click to start the quiz, and I'm going to get one wrong on purpose. Actually, I'm going to get the one wrong that we put, I think it was maybe, that we put a comment in for. What can I do with Microsoft Forms? I can get feedback from students. And let's see if it picks up that I said the word feedback. This one I didn't actually type a question, so, this was the one that it would be based on completion. They're just going to rate what they think about it. For this one, I would be putting in the date that something happened. Let's say it was sometime last week. And which one comes first. Notice that it has scrambled them around, and to get it right, I'm going to have to put the chicken in front of the egg. Upload a file, it's going to ask me, it's going to make me do this. I should have left it off, but this asterisk means that it was set as required, so it's going to make me upload a file. Just some kind of file I can upload. And I'm going to click next, because it did have sections. Remember, I didn't add any questions to these sections, but remember that I did add the section for math, and I added a section for reading. So if you had put questions underneath these sections, those questions would be showing on these two pages. And now I'm going to finally submit my quiz. It's going to give me the results, so I can review the results here. Notice it says I can view some results so far, and that's probably mainly because of the uploaded file. The teacher is going to have to grade that. But I can view my results. I got this incorrect, but it gives me feedback because we put that in as feedback for the wrong answer. This is interesting that it says I got this one incorrect. I want to try this again and see if I only type feedback. If it gives me that, it would, and if that's the case, it would only work for like short one answer things, maybe fill in the blank type questions. This one, the teacher is going to have to review it, so that's how that one gets graded. This one, the teacher will have to review. This one I got it correct. I put them in the right order, and this one the teacher will have to review because it was an uploaded file. But one reason that I did this and went and did the quiz myself is because now, as the creator of this quiz, I can go back to responses and I can see what everybody put for their responses on this. I can see that the average score was a 20. I did really bad. And that the average time to complete it was only 2 minutes out of 5 minutes. That may be why I did so bad. And then it will also give me a percentage of what answers were chosen by the different people that took the quiz. And then in the end, if you want to see this in a better format where you can see it all at once, nicely formatted, you can actually click open as Excel and it will download this as an Excel file. And then you'll be able to just click here and open the Excel file and look at it in Excel. So there you have it. This is how you can create quizzes in Microsoft Forms. Students can get instant feedback. If you only put certain types of questions, students will be able to see immediate feedback and they will be able to see their score. Some types of questions, it's going to ask you to review the answers, and here's the button right here for review answers. And I look at it and it got auto graded. This one, when I look at it, I can say, well, they said feedback and that was one of the answers. So I can go ahead and change this to 20 points and say that they got it correct. What happens if I type 10 points? It's incorrect, but I did get partial credit, I guess. But in this case, they got 20 points because they got the answer right. So you are able to change things that it gets wrong. In this case, it says needs review. Click this little button. I can actually write something. Great job of ranking. And I'm going to give a 20 points here for doing the ranking. Now notice that went away. That says it needs review and it shows that I got it right. Let's say that I kind of halfway got this date right here. So I only got 10 points on that one. And I could give them a comment. You only got part of the date right. I don't know why, but that's just our comment we're going to give to the student. And that's how you do it. And we would review the next one if anybody else had taken the test. At this point, it's not going to have anybody else for us to review. But this is how you create quizzes in Microsoft Forms. And then we can also post the scores. And when we post the scores, that will make it so that the student will be able to see their scores. And this is a preview of that. So give it a try and let me know how it goes in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more tutorials like this one, and I'll see you in the next video.